Slings are something that can be taken for granted or even ignored on rifles that don't see much use, but for most practical applications, a rifle really should have a sling. The opinions for how to run and attach a proper sling, however, are numerous, and so we have a lot of options within the Magpul line for slinging your rifle to accommodate those different preferences. First, let's take a look at the basics of the sling line, and then we'll dive deeper into sling performance, attachment, and configuration. All of our slings are made of a proprietary weave of tubular webbing that is both abrasion resistant and minimizes IR reflectivity. You don't have to worry about the webbing getting fuzzy from rubbing against sharp edges or Velcro, and it's been tested to 10,000 adjustment cycles, wet, dry, and when covered in abrasive dust. It's also made in the US. All of our hardware is made in-house and is designed to be both strong and lightweight. Our entire line of slings is designed to hold up to far more significant loads than you'll likely ever encounter in using it. As a safety concern, however, some components will fail right around the same point that conventional QD bales can fail, but before the QD itself will pull out of most well-made attachments. We do this for two reasons. First, so you don't get drugged behind a vehicle or hung up on an exit ramp if your sling catches and the bale holds, or you've directly looped into the rifle without an attachment. And second, so that the sling fails before a QD socket does, which prevents a metal QD from popping out of its socket and hurtling towards your teeth or eyes at a high rate of speed. There are options within our sling line to buy a sling with or without attachment hardware, and some of the naming conventions are tied to those attachments, so let's cover them first. Some of our slings use the proprietary Magpul paraclip. This is a high-strength spring clip with a locking feature that, once attached, you never have to worry about your sling coming off when you don't want it to. Paraclips are as strong as conventional QDs in pull-out tests, and they're used with loop-style hardware on the rifle. These are also the most economical of the options, and in muddy or sandy conditions, paraclips and the loops they attach to are the most capable attachments when dealing with debris. Next are conventional QDs. Some of our slings are available with regular QDs already attached. We use only the highest quality US-made QDs. Conventional QDs have somewhere slightly above 300 pounds of pull-out strength in most applications, and they are considered a pretty universal standard. The final attachment is our own QDM. The QDM is an updated QD socket compatible attachment, but it's quite a bit stronger, lower profile, and is generally more user-friendly than a conventional QD. QDMs generally hold out to over 500 pounds of force in pull-out tests. Instead of a central button, the QDM uses two side tabs that work in both pushing and pulling to release, but both must be activated together. This prevents accidental release of the QDM if something catches one of the levers. This allows a more intuitive attachment and release, and also makes the QDM lower profile than a conventional QD. Now that the basics and attachments are covered, let's dig into the slings themselves and sort out this naming convention.